What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay coming back again with another stream. Tonight we are getting into 3 of 31. We are on day 3 of our 31 days of football. Tonight we are featuring the Buffalo Bills. Bills Mafia, where are you at? Make sure you smash that like, that thumbs up, and of course subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications, that way you don't miss a stream and more content. We are preparing for preseason football. I'm getting the leg up on the competition. Why? Because I'm trying to be I'm not even trying. I'm going to be the best NFL streamer come this season. Let's go. All right. Quick shout outs to the Wrench gang. Quick shout out to the family. Happy birthday to Purple. Happy birthday to you. I hope you're having a great birthday, and I hope you're celebrating and enjoying your day as we prepare here to get started with the show. Cardell says need some Ric Flair. Let me go ahead and pull Ric Flair out of the other room here. He's been hiding for a while. I know you guys miss old Ric Flair. Let's go ahead and get him here in the building. Let me turn him down just a little bit though. I don't want him to blow out your speakers. So Ric Flair, where you at? There it is. Shout out to you guys as we prepare to get started. Question of the day. I'm not even going to get to it yet. You guys see it in the poll. 20 votes. 20 votes. We'll get to that later. Immortal says, who's smashing the tables, y'all? Listen, there's so much to talk about, so much to go over. You know, let's start off with Josh Allen. Let's start off with Josh Allen. My man's getting on the cover of Madden 2024. A lot of people were upset about that. A lot of people were mad. They were mad that he was on the cover of Madden 2024. Well, listen, he was the first Bills player to land on the cover of the game. And I think he has put in the work, even though he doesn't have the hardware. All right, we can argue about it. That's totally fine. But he has put in the work, and he has solidified himself as an elite quarterback. So, give this man his praise for being graced on the cover of Madden 2024. Let me go ahead and get a big round of applause for him achieving this. Small wins turn into big victories. All right? All right. So shout out to Mr. Allen for landing that cover there. All right. Now to business. I'm upset. I'm angry. There's a couple reasons why. Mr. Allen played through an injury that we didn't know about, or that we didn't hear about until the end of the season. Okay? Why is this important? Well, he played through it when he didn't need to. Obviously, there were some games in there that were pretty substantial that we needed to win, but I would have preferred for Mr. Allen to sit on that bench, let Barkley come in, even if we had to lose. That way he could rest, he could recover, and he could come back and not even be at 100%, but be at 90%, 85%. So that's one thing that I'm mad about. I'm mad about the defense. Obviously, so many issues with injuries, so forth and so on. We know that story. Obviously, Tremaine Edmonds is gone. What are we going to do, Bills Mafia? What are we going to do? What adjustments have we made? Before I get into the offense, I'm just going to dive straight into the defense. As you guys see here, I had it pulled right up. This was the first thing that I was looking at that had me aggravated since last year. Our defense. Who do we have starting? Greg Russo, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, Von Miller, who is coming back off of his injury. He looks to be ready to go. That was his words. Leonard Floyd coming over from the Rams. Also played for the Bears. A.J. Klein, Matt Milano, Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer, Micah Hyde, and Kyer Elam. Obviously in the second string, A.J. Epinesa, Jordan Phillips, Tim Settle, Shaq Lawson, Terrell Bernard, Tyrell Dodson, Tyler Medikovich, Teron Johnson, Taylor Rapp, DeMar Hamlin. I don't expect him to play. I'm just being honest. I really don't. I don't expect him to play. We know why. And then Dane Jackson. Dane Jackson definitely has been an important factor for this defense. All right. Getting into my little notes here that I have. Mr. Greg Russo, impressive couple years. Obviously looking to build on his success. Still looking to make a significant impact on the team in the 23 season as a starting defensive end. Russo's length, athleticism, pass rush skills will be utilized to disrupt opposing quarterbacks and generate sacks, which he's been good at. I mean, we have to give credit where it's due. Russo, Oliver, Von Miller when he was in, and we know what Matt Milano can do, right? That defensive line, they're going to generate those sacks. They're going to rush the quarterback. They're going to rush the passer. The real issue has always been the middle, right? Who's playing that middle now? Obviously, you got Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde back there. They're doing their job. But in that middle, you got A.J. Klein, Leonard Floyd. That's going to be the question. Who's really going to step up? Tre'Davious White. This is the year. If there's any year, this is the year. And yes, if you're a fan of any team, guess what? This is the year. Unless you're a Cardinals fan or a Panthers fan, then you know. It's it's going to be tough. All right, this is the year that coaching has to make the adjustments to get things done, right? Leslie Frazier, I would play the trumpet and give you the salute thing. Peace out, my friend. You were terrible. I'll say that again. Ken, hey, you know, as long as you're passionate about smashing headsets and winning, I guess it makes sense. But hey, shout out to Mike Yoder. Says Jets to the Super Bowl. Immortal says, who's smashing tables? You know, I would like to see Milano. I'd like to see Milano step up and have an amazing year again. You know, there's so many options as far as star talent on the defense. Who's actually going to step up and lead us to those victories when it counts, right? We shouldn't have to rely on Josh Allen's arm. Even though, right, it's good to have. Yes, you want your quarterback to go out there and win, throw the ball, throw those touchdowns. But guess what? I need to see some pick sixes. I need to see some interceptions, some sacks, some forced fumbles. We missed all of that last year. All of it. Shout out to Immortal. Smash the tables. Yes, we need to smash the tables. Obviously, moving on. Heading over to special teams. Tyler Bass, Sam Martin, Nyheim Hines, which really interesting to me as far as why Nyheim Hines. I'm going to get to it. But he's fourth string now. Why did we give up Zach Moss to get Nyheim Hines if he was going to be fourth string? But hey, punt return, kick return. Obviously, Nyheim Hines is the man. Going up to our offense. Obviously, quarterback, Josh Allen. Second string is going to be Kyle Allen. They are not related, ladies and gentlemen. Even though they have the same last name, they're not related. Third is Matt Barkley. As for the starting running back, it's going to be James Cook. Second, Damian Harris coming over from the Patriots. Latavius Murray. Haven't really heard that name too much. And then Naheem Hines at fourth. As far as our wide receivers, starting Stephon Diggs. Behind him is going to be Trent Sherfield, Desmond Patman, and Marcel Aitman. Gabe Davis. Second is Deontay Hardy, Isaiah Coulter, Jalen Wayne. Wide receiver, starting Khalil Shakur. Definitely looking forward to hearing his name a little bit more this year. Justin Shorter just got picked up from the draft. Keyshawn Johnson, Tyrell Shavers. Tight end, Dawson Knox, Mr. Dalton Kincaid. I like that pickup for tight end. I think he's definitely going to be able to complement Mr. Knox, so I'm excited to see what he's going to do on the field. Third is Quentin Morris. Fourth is Joel Wilson. At fullback, Reggie Gilliam. You know, I'll be honest. Reggie Gilliam is a name that people like. You hear his name, right? But you don't realize his production. And if you go look at his production, it's solid. It's like 80 to 90%. Even though it's like short attempts and or the quantity of attempts is low, he's making the most out of his production. And when I say the most out of his production, I'll actually pull it up here so you guys can see it, and we'll go through it here. Let's go through the stats. So if you look here, the last 3 years, starting from 20, played 14 games. Obviously that year, he didn't do anything rushing-wise. He's been catching the ball. But if you go down to 14 games, 2 receptions, 2 targets, 16 yards, 8 yards on the average, 1 touchdown as long as 15. In 21, 16 games, 3 receptions, 5 targets, 23 yards, average 7, no touchdowns. But in 22, he played 15 games, 8 receptions, 10 targets, 69 yards, averaged 8 yards per catch, and then had a touchdown. Listen, get this man the ball more. Obviously, he's got the hands for it. Get him the ball more, get him more in the rotation, and he's going to get you some yards. After that, as far as the left tackle, offensive line, Deion Dawkins. Second string, David Quesenberry. Third, Tommy Doyle. Ryan Van DeMark. Left guard is going to be Connor McGovern. David Edwards. Nick Broker is the third. Center, Mitch Morse. Second is going to be Greg Mentz. Right guard is going to be Ryan Bates. Second string, Osiris Torrance. Third string, Ike Boatger. And fourth string, Kevin Jarvis. Right tackle is going to be Spencer Brown. Second, Brandon Shell. Third, Alec Anderson. And Richard Gurage. Let me know if I'm saying that right. I think I'm saying it right. But that's the fourth string. All right, interesting thing says, going to predict Panthers, Bills in the Super Bowl. Okay. I mean, hey, you can predict whatever you want to predict. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. But hey. All right. You guys are already cutting up. So, here's my thing, right? Understanding as far as what we have available, the options, whether it be your starters, whether it be second string, there's certain people on the team that have to step up. And that's going to bring me to my main man, Josh Allen. Josh Allen, there's so many things that you can talk about. The arm strength, the velocity, his ability to throw the long ball and fit it in pockets where, you know, he probably shouldn't. Forcing throws, throwing interceptions. He's worked on that over the years. But there's still those times where you notice he gets nervous. The game's on the line. He gets pressured. He feels like he's got to run. I want to see Allen sit in that pocket and throw that ball this year. I want him to hand it off a little bit more. Let James Cook. Let him chef it up while everyone who's expecting Allen to run, no, he's not going to run. He's going to sit there in that pocket, throw that ball for 20, 30 yards, and get those first downs. Obviously, he's still going to have the run scheme because I'm sure that McDermott and company is going to incorporate that. But hey, That's what I would like to see. I would like to see him run a little less, throw a little more, and preserve himself when it comes to taking these big hits, because obviously you don't want your $250 million quarterback getting hit. All right. Next up, Mr. Stefon Diggs. Now, I feel like there's, even before the Bills, even when Stefon Diggs was with the Vikings, right? He had ambitions of having his voice heard. Someone even would call him a diva. I've said he's a diva, and I love him. I love him. But I call it what it is, all right? There's a difference between being passionate and stepping out of the zone and you know, screaming and yelling at your quarterback and being fired up and wanting to win, having that winner spirit. But to cause an imbalance in a locker room and cause issues with the fan base and the coaching staff and things like that, that's where I kind of really take a sit back and I wonder what's the real intentions here. You know, are you looking to actually be a help to your team, or are you looking to say, hey, look at me, I want all the attention because I'm the star wide receiver? We know you're talented. We know you're great. We need you to play. Be the leader that the team needs in its worst times. And that's what I would think I'd like to say if I had a conversation with Mr. Stefon Diggs. Now, Josh Allen, 4,283 yards last season, 35 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. A little bit better on the interceptions. 71.4 on the QBR, second in the league. And people have the nerve to say that Joe Burrow is better than my quarterback because of one game. Okay. All right. So, keeping it going. Stefon Diggs, 108 receptions, 1,429 yards, 11 touchdowns, 13.2 on the average. I do think he's going to have a great year this year. I think him and Allen have settled whatever issues they've had, and they're going to go out there on that field and play ball. And he's going to get his yards. He's going to get his touchdowns. And we're going to see another exceptional year for these guys here. Next up, my main man. You see what I'm wearing today. Number 13, Gabe Davis. I would like to see those big bomb plays that we've known Gabe Davis for. You know, those 60, 70-yard bombs when he's sending the stadium wild. That's what I want to see again. 48 receptions, 836 yards, 7 touchdowns, average 17.4 per catch. Shout out to Next in the building, says Josh Allen is a top 5 quarterback. Okay, let's play that game then. If he's a top 5 quarterback, who is before him in that 1 through 5, right? I'm gonna give you the Patrick Mahomes conversation, and I'm gonna say okay to that, obviously because of the hardware. I totally get it and I respect it. But who else after Mahomes is competing with Allen? I mean, we can go through the stats. We can do all that, right? But who else? While you guys give me that 1 through 5 list, I'll keep going here. James Cook with 89 carries, 507 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5.7 average on the carries, which is decent. And that's basically why he's starting, and I respect it. Next up, Damian Harris, like I said, coming over from the Patriots, 106 carries, 462 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's going to average 4.5. He's going to be at your second. Latavius Murray, 171 carries, 760 yards, 6 touchdowns, 4.5. So he's still in that same kind of realm that Harris is, but he's at the third. Frankie Football says Josh second or third. I got to go second. If I had to choose my top 3 quarterbacks right now, obviously it'd be Patrick Mahomes number 1 because of the hardware, Josh Allen, and then Joe Burrow. We can go back and forth, and yeah, I'll do another video in regards to my top 10 quarterbacks going into the season. But right now, that's where I have it. Shout out to Frankie Football says I don't think Russell, Zach, or Kirk. Russell and Aaron should have retired. Listen, I think Aaron wants one more. Russell, he got his payday, so he may be out after next year. We'll see, but I think Aaron thinks that he can get one more, so that's why he made that adjustment and went to the Jets. Speaking of the Jets, let's go ahead and get into it. Let's get into this schedule. Let's do it. Week 1, 9/11. Very significant day. Monday, September 11th, the Bills will be facing the New York Jets. Season opener, Week 1 for the Bills. It'll be Monday Night Football, prime time. Buffalo Bills, New York Jets, Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers. This is going to be a big one. Listen, as much as I want to say that Aaron's on his way out, Aaron has the tools right now to do something. And even more so than he did with the Packers over the last couple of years. So is this going to be easy for the Bills Week 1? No. Definitely not. But obviously I'm going with the Bills. You guys already know. All right. I'm going to be realistic here. I think it's going to be a shootout. And in the end, Bills will win by a touchdown. I'm taking Bills Week 1 against the Jets. Week 2, 9/17. That's going to be on a Sunday, 1 o'clock. Obviously, you guys know I'm going to be streaming all these games. So make sure that you do subscribe if you have not already. Turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss it, because we will be going live. I also picked up the Sunday ticket for you guys, so we don't miss other games that are blacked out. Shout out to you, Mary Jo. Mary Jo in the house. Shout out to the Wrench Gang. Shout out to the family as well as Bills Mafia in the house. Shout out to all you guys. Week 2 is going to be against the Raiders. Jimmy Garoppolo and company. Hey, I think it's going to be another good game. I'm not going to write them off. I'm not going to say it's going to be an easy victory, but I'm still taking the Bills. Commanders, that's going to be a win. Miami, once again, these divisional games are going to be an issue. If this is a big if Miami has basically kept that same chemistry and Tua is able to come back and ball without getting injured again, I do think it's going to be interesting. If we have not figured out how to step up on defense against Miami in regards to Waddle, Tyreek, and Tua comes out balling the way that he did last year before he got injured, yeah, we're going to have some trouble. Once again, I think this is going to be a close one. And hey, may I dare say that Miami might win this one just because, right? I got to throw one. I got to throw one out there. Miami might win this one just because if Tua's at 100%. We'll see. Sunday, 10-8, Jacksonville Jaguars or Bills versus the Jags. Trevor Lawrence. Shout out to Next in the building. Says, hell, you can even argue Tua Tagovailoa and Aaron Rodgers being ahead of Allen, but I still give Allen the edge. What? You can argue Tua Tagovailoa and Aaron Rodgers being ahead of Josh Allen? All right. You guys say I have hot takes, but some of you guys say some of the most wild stuff. All right, let me get back to it. Week 5, Bills against the Jags. I'm going Bills here. Sunday against the Giants. Danny Dimes and company. Is there anybody know what's going on with Mr. Why am I drawing a blank? Mr. Running Back for the Giants. Come on. Why is it? What is going on here? Saquon. There we go. Mr. Saquon Barkley. What is going on with Saquon Barkley? Has he updated that contract yet? Is he back in effect? Or is he still trying to squeeze every nickel he can? Is that possible? Del Rio, what's up, man? What's going on with you? Yeah, I think he's still working on his contract. With that said, you've still got some talent over there. Darren Waller. Saquon, Danny Dimes, Jalen Hyatt. So, yeah. Deonte Banks, Eric Gray, Paris Campbell. Listen, there's definitely going to be some shakeups this year. I don't think anyone's really going to get steamrolled, especially the way that the Giants tried to show up in the last half of the season of last year. Amarlo says he's tagged. Okay. Yeah. Bobby says, speaking of hot takes, anyone else like the Lions to go the distance this year? Bob, why? I said it yesterday and the day before. I do think that the Lions are going to shock the NFL and all the fans this year. Obviously, we're going to get to that in a couple days. I'm doing 31 days of football. If you're new, if you haven't been here, guys, I've been doing this each day since we started on the 1st. I'm going to cover all 32 teams in the next 31 days. So make sure that you guys subscribe, smash that thumbs up, and we're going to cover each team. Right now we're getting to the Bills. So, once again, this is another team that I really do think that it's not going to be, just a steamroll game. It's going to be another close one. I'm still giving the edge to the Bills. Sunday, week 7 against the Patriots. Another game at 1 o'clock. I'm not too sure as far as what the Patriots are really going to do. They've got so many issues as far as with Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi. I'm sure that Bill Belichick is having a fit as far as his decision making as well. I know it's been real hard on him trying to figure out how to live without Tom Brady. But hey, he's Bill Belichick. I'm sure he'll figure it out eventually. But once again, I'm going with the Bills, obviously. Tampa Bay, they've got Baker Mayfield, Kyle Trask. I don't see that being too much of a contest. So I'm definitely taking them against the Buccaneers. Cincinnati Bengals, week 9. Listen, it's not going to be – I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, we're going to go in there and we're going to do this rematch and we're going to beat the Bengals. I covered them yesterday. The Bengals has a solid team, a very, very solid team. And if I was to sit here and say, oh, yeah, we're going to go in there, we're going to beat them like it's nothing this time, I'd be lying to you. I think week 9 will be the hardest game for the Bills for multiple reasons, right? We can go with the emotional factor of it in regards to DeMar Hamlin. We can go in regards to what this game actually means and, for the matchup when we lost to them in the playoffs. There's so many things that go into this actual game that's just beyond having the talent. And it's going to be tough. It's a toss-up for me. I'm not even sure I'll be able to give, a true prediction as far as who's going to win that game, probably up until we get to week 8 and I see what's going on with the squad or both squads. Shout out to Jeff King in the building. What's up, Jeff? Also, shout out to Tech713 coming through with a $4.99 super chat donation. Thanks a lot, my friend Rick Flair. Where are you at? Thank you for the donation, my friend. So, yeah, like I'm saying, as far as with the Bengals, right now it's a toss-up for me. I'm not going to make a prediction on that game until we get close to week 8, and I know what's going on both sides of the field. All right, week 10 is going to be against the Denver Broncos. That's going to be a Monday night game, primetime. Russell Wilson. Yeah, Russell Wilson. I always think about Westbrook for some reason. Russell Wilson, danger, And Josh Allen. Once again, this is another game that, yeah, I'm going to obviously give the edge here to the Bills. Week 11, New York Jets. This is going to be the rematch. Obviously, depending on what happens in week 1, this is going to lead to some animosity. This is definitely going to lead to, I want to say, both teams having a lot of energy and hatred to go at each other, depending on what happens in this first game. Once again, I'm going to go with the Bills there. Sunday, the 11th, 11/26 is going to be Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. So, yeah, day after Thanksgiving, we're going to be playing the Eagles. Listen, this is another one. This is just like the Bengals. I definitely think, without a doubt, well, not even think, I know, without a doubt, the Eagles has a solid team, and they're going to come out, they're going to ball, they're going to give their all. And this is another very important game, Week 12 against the Eagles. Another game that I really, really can't predict right now, right? I've got to figure out exactly what's going on between that, Week 1 and Week 8. You guys know, once we get to that point, we're going to go ahead and digest everything on a week-by-week basis. We're going to do our weekly predictions for the whole schedule. We're going to do our power rankings. We're going to do all that kind of stuff. But these specific games, Bengals and Eagles, I just definitely think it's going to be a challenge for my Bills Mafia. After that, we have a bye. So week 13, we have a bye. Week 14, Kansas City. This is where it gets tough, ladies and gentlemen. This is where it gets tough. You've got the Jets, the Eagles, the Chiefs, and then the Cowboys. This is where it gets tough. So I do expect the majority of the wins that we get as the Bills to happen between week 1 and week 8. After that is when we're going to really have to sit down and take a deep dive in as far as what's going on with the offense, what's going on with Allen's accuracy, what's going on with the running, what's going on with the defense, all that kind of stuff. Because after week 8, it's not going to be smooth sailing, that is for sure. Eagles, Kansas City Chiefs, Dallas Cowboys, Los Angeles Chargers, New England Patriots, and then Miami will end the season. The game with Miami will end the season for the Bills at week 18. Obviously, preseason is going to be August 12th against the Colts. Sorry about that, Lutza. Saturday, 8/19 is going to be against the Steelers. And then Saturday, 8/26 against the Bears. So shout out to you, Immortal, and shout out to you, Jacob. Overall, I'm super excited. There's so much that is going to happen between now and September. We're getting a little leg up, obviously. I'm sure a ton of this is going to change, even the roster, but I'll keep you guys updated. You guys know how we do. If you weren't here, happy birthday to Purple. Make sure you wish her a happy birthday. Longtime member of the family. Shout out to Purple one more time, round of applause. Happy birthday to Purple. Like I said, I hope you're enjoying yourself. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this season with you guys. We had an awesome time last year. I think this year is going to be even better. Like I said, I'm doing more videos. I purchased the Sunday ticket for you guys. I'm definitely going to give 110% this season, and I'm looking forward to sharing each of these games with you guys. You guys know I do them all now. It's not just the Bills games. I'm streaming on Monday night, Thursday night, all day Sunday, and we're going to keep it fun, and we're going to have a good time. Tomorrow is going to be Denver Broncos. Denver Broncos and Mr. Russell Wilson. I can't wait to break this one down. It's going to be really interesting. It's going to be stuff to talk about. I think, to be honest, that the Denver Broncos just went in the wrong direction with Russell Wilson. They should have started off brand new. I know they tried it with Drew Lock. He wasn't the one. But Russell Wilson, he's not the one either. And that's just the reality of it. So tomorrow we'll have that conversation. It'll also be July 4th. So shout out to you guys. Hope you have a safe and happy July 4th. I'm sure I will as well. We're going to do the stream a little bit early because I will be going out probably around like 7 o'clock. So we'll probably try to do the stream anywhere between like 4 and 5, somewhere around there. I'll make sure I let you guys know. I'll put up the pre-stream for you guys so you guys know. But that will be tomorrow, obviously, on July 4th, Independence Day. Paul Martinez in the building says, I'm ready for some Ric Flair. Let's go. Shout out to you, Paul. I got you, bro. Quick shout out to Ron coming through. Big Ron with the $5 donation. Thanks a lot, Ron. Thanks for the support, my friend. Thank you for the donation. So, yeah, guys. Sheila Sizemore says, I have the Sunday ticket, but will still be here. Just love these people and you, Jay. You are such a good person. Shout out to you, Sheila. That is dedication. She has the Sunday ticket, but she is still rocking with your boy, Jay, and that means a lot to me, and I definitely appreciate it, Sheila, for you being a member of this channel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap it up today for the Bills. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I think we're going to have a good year. Question was, do you think, or are the Bills going to the Super Bowl this year? 58% of you said yes out of 45 votes. And guess what? I think we're going as well. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up. Of course, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. That way you don't miss a stream as we prepare for the preseason. This is day 3 of 31 days of football in July. It's your boy, Jay. I will see you all tomorrow for July 4th. Have a good day, everybody.